Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about second chances. Hey guys, I'm Patrick, and this is No Lesser Thing. This past Friday, we got to play for the guys down at Teen Challenge. And we always love hanging out with the guys from Teen Challenge. They are just on fire. They give such great feedback and are just so much fun to be around. Now, if you're not familiar with Teen Challenge, you should look into it. It is a faith-based organization that is helping people recover from addictions to drugs and alcohol. People that have just come to the end of the rope and need help. And they just point them to Jesus. And it's through faith that they are able to find freedom from any addiction in their life. So it is just a great opportunity for us to do something to give back to the kingdom. So I thought that we could talk about second chances, because God always is willing to give us second chances. We at No Lesser Thing just want you to know that God is waiting for you to turn to Him. No matter how many times we fail, God will never fail us. He is right there waiting for us to turn and give our lives to Him. So yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the guys at Teen Challenge. If you guys are watching this, hey, we love you guys, and we can't wait till the next time that we get to come and hang out with y'all.
Welcome to Deep Thoughts with Amber. So today we're talking about second chances, and I couldn't help but think about my husband, because as you've heard, he was running away from God for many, many years. And so we're going to talk later about his dad's thoughts on his second chance. But I personally just wanted to share a little bit with you for a moment about the fact that when I met him, I actually wasn't so certain I wanted to be with him completely, because I thought, well, he was a little rough. He wasn't the ideal Christian man in a way that I thought I might end up with. But God really, as I was praying and crying out for months as to what God wanted, was giving me His eyes literally to see my husband as how God sees him, which is forgiven and loved. And I knew it was God because it wasn't the way that I was thinking, unfortunately. And so God also was giving me a second chance to realize I don't have it all together. And actually, I'm not good without God helping me. So that's my real deep thought for today, is that God gives us all second chances, and He sees us all through eyes of love.
Hey guys, how's it going? You remember my wife Amber and Micah? For the first time on the No Lesser Thing channel, this is my dad, Bob Duty.
Nice to be here, Pat.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, so I seen you at the Teen Challenge concert that we just did.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I enjoyed it.
I got a couple of texts today telling me that they really enjoyed Friday night. It was beautiful.
Awesome. That's great.
Great night.
Yeah, so you spent a lot of time hanging down there with the Teen Challenge guys.
I go every week down there for over 20 years now.
Oh wow.
And this particular Teen Challenge here in Syracuse has been here for over 40. And the director has been there for almost the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he started as a teen or something.
he probably started going there.
Pastor Dave that's there now never drank, never smoked, never did drugs.
But God gave him a vision for Teen Challenge, and he's been there all these. Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
So you don't have to do
Drugs to help people that do drugs.
Yeah.
But if you did do drugs, it might give you a little bit more validity to the guys that do drugs, maybe.
Maybe, but then
Then there's Pastor Dave. I guess he's an anomaly.
No. On today's episode, we have been talking about second chances.
Mm-hmm.
And one thought that I had was how you are a big part of my 1 million and second chance.
And counting.
And counting, right? You know, I was very rebellious. Maybe I wasn't so rebellious, but was I really rebellious?
Pretty much.
I think I was pretty much pretty rebellious. But I wasn't super bad. Okay, I was pretty bad. So I really screwed my life up a lot.
We're gonna have a chat later about all this. I don't know all this.
What, that he was bad?
Really bad?
I was pretty bad. I did a lot of bad.
I think you know, how bad do you have to be really bad?
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10,
I mean, what is bad? I mean, bad in my eye. I'm thinking that boy is lost.
that boy did it all.
I was pretty lost, and so like definitely your commitment to God is the reason why I'm where I am today, which is saved and married to a beautiful, virtuous woman, and have great friends like Micah, and have purpose.
Because of you, Pastor Bob.
Yeah, it's all because. Yeah. Well, it's all because Jesus saved you first and gave you your second chance. Because you were a little rebellious. As far as like what I heard, like you were pretty rebellious too. The apple doesn't fall so far from the tree, right?
Well, I was lost, like everybody, and Jesus found
You were lost just the other day.
I know. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I was in Walmart.
Yeah. Lost in your mind.
I couldn't get out. There was a vortex or something going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, yeah. So definitely, your commitment to Christ is a big part
That's
of
grace.
my salvation, and continuing to always just be there and show me the love of the Father as my Father. So I thank you for that. And so maybe you could just give us a little some thoughts on second chances.
First of all, everybody's had a second chance at least, 50 times.
I'm thinking.
At least. I think at least, yeah.
So second chances are an amazing thing.
And I was looking in Lamentations where it says in Lamentations 3:21,
It says, "But this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope, that the steadfast love of
the Lord never ceases." That's, to me,
the kicker to my life, that his love and hope for me never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are
new every day. So every day
in God's economy is a new day. It's a fresh start. Everything is new. It's the day the Lord has made, and I'm going to rejoice in it. So the idea of second chances is something that
I think every Christian
should have built inside of them. That's what grace is. Grace is new. Every day is new, fresh. That the love of God is endless. It's steadfast, never moves, never shakes. There's anything you can do to shake the steadfast
Father. Unlike us, we can shake each other.
And yet we all can be renewed because of this steadfast love. So I'm blessed by that, and it's been a keeper for me. Watching you go through everything that you've gone through, and your mom and I consistently crying out to God. Sometimes just crying.
Yeah, I was going to say
crying out
probably
to God.
just crying.
and saying, hey God, you're faithful. This is where we lived. We lived in the faithfulness of God. We lived in the steadfast love of God, and we knew that God would never fail you.
So in that process, we watched God work, and it's interesting because it's almost like a switch with you.
I feel like I've always been all or nothing. I had to get to the point where I was completely done with all of me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to get to the complete end of myself, but once I did, it was like, okay,
yeah,
I'm all in now. I'm totally surrendered. I'm giving everything that I got.
Right, and the thing
that, as just sitting and watching how quickly God turned things around for you. It's almost as if all of those many years, 2 decades
of living out there, you come back to the Lord. The Lord does a quick work in turning you around, restoring you, and almost bringing you to the point that he had already planned for you 20, 30, 40 years ago.
I absolutely concur.
you know?
Yeah, I mean,
so,
the
I mean,
same.
to me, that's grace.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Pat, I got this. I'm going to
Yeah.
bring you right in.
Yeah, bring you right where you're supposed to be. Absolutely. Yeah, that's
Very
good stuff.
encouraging.
It's amazing.
Yeah, he does that with everybody.
Yeah, and he could do that for you.
Amen.
We just we want you guys to know that God loves you and has a plan for you, and I'm living proof of that. One of the songs that we wrote actually says, you know, what's the proof that God is real? Well, the evidence is in my life. You look at me, look at my life, and that's the proof, you know, that God is real and that God loves you and has a plan for your life. Isn't that right, guys?
Amen.
And let's talk about the song that we just recorded the other day, Rest. What a beautiful song, you know, love that song.
Well, thank you. That was born out of a text message to a friend that I just texted him. I'm like, man, I'm just so lonely. And he's a poet, and he's like, transform your loneliness into solitude. And I'm like, whoa, mind blown. And so from there, I just wanted to find out where that goes. It's all about second chances. It's about the loneliness was the first option, but the second chance is transforming that moment into solitude.
Right.
And then until all I am is worship, I'll rest in you today. Because when we're striving, when we're trying to make up all the space ourselves, then there's no rest there. But when we can rest in Him, realizing that God is the one that does the transforming work,
Yeah.
then we can rest.
Yeah.
It's good. Great chorus on that song. I love that chorus, and it's very powerful. And Amber, your keyboard parts on that were amazing.
Well, thank you.
They were so good.
It is one of the only songs that the keyboard is actually heard a little bit more. In terms of the piano parts, there's a lot of other songs that we do that are more synth-driven or other...
I would say guitar-driven.
Yes, mainly guitar-driven, but there's some
want to
that have
hear
some
you
synth
more.
that have some solo parts, but this is more
Turn up my guitar.
my speed. I'm at the restful speed.
Anyways, that was good stuff.
Well, I think this is a nice song.
It is a very
I
nice
really
song.
like it.
And you know, the cool thing about Second Chances, Pat, is that's the theme behind The Lesser Thing. Because, you know, No Lesser Thing admits we were living for lesser things. And by God's grace, we have to live for no lesser thing.
That's right.
That's good.
NLT life, all the way.
Refuse to settle. Refuse to settle.
Peace out.
Say cheese. Say hi.
What's the matter? Come on.
Are we walking? You like that? You say wee.
Be careful. She's not afraid of anything. Baby, aren't you scared? Holy moly. What? Huh? Yeah. You gonna go down? You want to see Daddy go down the slide? You coming? You coming? You gonna go down the slide? You going down too? Whee! Yay!
Hey guys, this is Micah. I just want to take 1 minute and to talk with you about second chances. And you may ask, why is he talking to himself in a mirror? Good question. It's because I think the person in the mirror needs the biggest second chance. Now, in the Bible, one of Jesus' closest friends, Peter, was trying to show off. He's like, now, if somebody really offends me, hurts me, sins against me, does something bad, how many times am I actually supposed to forgive this guy? How about 7 times? Not just 1, 2, 3, 7 whole times. And Jesus is like, no, not even close. 7 times 70. 490 times a day somebody sins against you, you're supposed to forgive them. How many times do you stop forgiving yourself for the same thing? How many times do you say, oh man, that was it. That was the last time that I could mess up this way or that way. And so we let ourselves be buried under the weight of doubt and shame and regret. And we're carrying around this bag full of rocks from our past. And so what happens is when someone else comes our way, they might sideswipe us on the street or whatever else, we have rocks, we grab them out of our bag, we throw them at them because that unforgiveness we carry around inside, we throw it at other people too. You need a second chance. I need a second chance. That way we can give it to others. This has been Minute with Micah. Have a great day.
Second chances. I am so thankful for second chances. I spent a lot of my life very lost, spinning my wheels, destructive behavior. When I was ready to surrender, God was ready to receive me and help me to change my life. And if you're lost and you feel helpless, if you feel like you need a second chance at life, God has a plan for you. He loves you and He wants you to know Him and know the plans that He has for you. If you're watching this and you know somebody that needs a second chance, you know somebody that needs God in their life, then tell them about our channel. If this has been helpful to you, then subscribe, hit that like, check out our other videos, and we'll see you next time. Peace!